Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Trending Worldwide. This is the start in a new segment in which we will give you our top list of something in wrestling today, or in the past, or in the future, or all together. Today's top list is the top 11 edgy gimmicks of all time. That's the top 11 edgy gimmicks. Specifically, the characters for wrestlers themselves, not storylines, but ongoing characters for wrestlers. Here's how it will work. I will play a few snippets of the theme song for the wrestler coming up in our countdown. After that, I will give you the wrestler and move on. This video will be presented by myself, Scott Adams, with contributions from Josh Michaels, and several other people. Here we go. Number 11 on our list, here is the entrance theme music. If you don't know who this is by now, this is none other than WWF's own Mankind. Mick Foley, Dude Love, Cactus Jack. What makes Mankind an edgy character? Well, it isn't actually 100% the character itself. While he was the original Mankind, he would pull out his own hair from the root while in the ring to go with the character. Yes, he really did that. That alone makes Mankind the number 11 spot on our top 11 countdown. Our next participant in the top 11 countdown at number 10. Here we go, folks. Get ready to listen. Pretty creepy song, isn't it? This is the theme song of our number 10 spot. Sorry, apparently I can't talk. Our number 10 spot, Mordecai. Mordecai was created to be an opponent for The Undertaker. Mordecai was designed to be a religious zealot, clad in all white, the opposite of The Undertaker's all black. The gimmick was done away with very quickly due to some real-life drama that the man behind Mordecai, Kevin Fertig, got into. He would later return to the WWE as Kevin Thorne, a vampire gimmick. Moving on to our number 9 spot, which is a combination of two people with a similar gimmick. So I will play both theme songs and then let you guess. Number 1 theme song. Number 2, theme song. Oh good, an advertisement. That's not the theme song. Sorry folks, we will have to wait a few seconds till I can get on to the next theme song. Don't you love advertisements, folks? Can't do anything about them, but they do make money. This is the theme song for one of the two number 9s, Big Dick Johnson, who was actually a booker for the WWE and was told one time to put on this tiny G-string, he's a larger man, and go out there and dance. The previous song was Naked Midian's theme song. So you have Big Dick Johnson, big guy with a G-string and nothing else, and Naked Midian. Our two naked gimmicks at number 9. Moving on to number 8 on the countdown. Number 8. If you haven't figured it out by now, this is Enter Sandman, ECW's own Sandman theme song. There was a big controversy here. I had to decide to put Sandman or Stone Cold Steve Austin on the list. I went with Sandman because though they were almost identical gimmicks, Sandman was still edgier. Smoking a cigarette, smashing the beer cans on his head, coming out with a Singapore cane. Sandman won out as an edgier gimmick than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Interesting fact. We all know this theme song. We all know it's a real song, originally done by Metallica. But listen to the person singing this version of the song. Who is this singer? That doesn't sound like James Hetfield. That's actually our most recent dearly departed Lemmy Kilmister, formerly of Motorhead, and Zebrahead, doing a cover of this song. Yes, Sandman did use this version of the song. Moving on to number 7, folks. Once again, this is number 7. Does this sound anything like the Dark City theme song from the movie? It should. This is the theme song for WCW's character of 7, played by Dustin Runnels, Goldust, Black Ray, the artist formerly known as Goldust, whatever you want to call him. 7 was designed to look like the strangers from the movie Dark City. When he debuted in WCW, he immediately, upon getting in the ring, dropped the character and did a work-shoot interview. Because secretly, in the back, the network executives felt that the 7 character would be misconstrued as a child abductor. So it lasted not even one night. Pretty cool music, though. Moving on to our number 6, folks. Number 6, who is this? I guarantee he's a better wrestler than the Great Khali. For those of you who haven't figured it out by now, even by my very scary dance moves, this is the WWE music for Muhammad Hassan, an Arab-American character created to rile the fans up. He did not last very long, as network executives thought he was a little too edgy and were scared with the most recent happenings with terrorists and had him removed from the network. Interesting fact, Muhammad Hassan was actually played by an Italian-American. Moving on to our number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Oh good, another advertisement. Looks like this is the day for advertisements, folks. I promise you the number 5 entrant is not an advertising commercial for a cell phone company. Our number 5 is coming up in a few seconds. Hello, ladies. Of course, it's who we all know as WWF's Val Venus, marketed as a porn star. Yes, that's right, as a porn star. Famous for famous gimmicks like Kai and Kai. Val Venus was a recommendation of TrendingWorldWide's own Josh Michaels. And now, we move to our number 4 participant. You'll have to excuse me, I need a prop for this one. That's right, folks. This is the ECW theme song for Al Snow. Why am I holding a styrofoam head? Al Snow made this famous in ECW. He would come out with a mannequin head of his own, put it over his head, shake it like this, and ask those famous lines, which he became so well known for in the WWF. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? And he would bring that gimmick to the WWF in a much more tame, watered-down version. I use the ECW theme song because that is where that gimmick was created. Fans would often bring styrofoam heads to the arena and throw them in the ring at Mr. Snow himself, folks. I will now put head away, and we will move on to our number 3. All right, folks, here we go. Moving on to our number 3.
What are you looking at? Lights of bread.
That's right, folks. Though this may be a cover of a Marilyn Manson song, it's actually the same theme song for the WCW stint of Perry Saturn. Why was Perry Saturn edgy? At that time, he basically became a transvestite. He wore a dress and wore makeup as well. He also had Moppy in WWE. So we're moving on to our number 2, folks. This was a short song, number 2. This is the theme song for TNA's Sam Shaw. Why Sam Shaw number 2? Sam Shaw's gimmick is that he was a stalker, so much more so than DDP. When the cameras went to Sam Shaw's home, they met his mother, who offered people a freshly cooked pie. Sam Shaw lived in his mother's basement. He had pieces or locks of his obsession's hair. He obsessed over Christy Hemme. Pictures of him, of her actually, on his wall, a doll that was made up to look like her, much farther than DDP ever was. An interesting fact about this song is actually sung by Christy Hemme, the person whom he was the evil stalker of. Let's move on to our number 1, folks. For our number 1, I'm going to have to do something a little different. I don't have their theme song because the number 1 technically has not debuted yet. Our number 1 is Matanza from Lucha Underground. Why is he number 1? Let me explain to you, giving you a little backstory. In the first season of Lucha Underground, Matanza was explained to be, I believe, the younger brother of Dario Cueto, the Vince McMahon or evil boss role. He was kept in the basement of the arena, in essentially a jail cell with bars like an animal. They showed him to have almost no human characteristics and almost be rabid. During the middle of season 1, a group of 3 wrestlers who failed to do Dario Cueto's bidding were told to go downstairs by his cell. One of the three was told to get down on his knees and put his face right up against the cell wall. The camera switched back to the remaining two members and Dario, at which point you heard a scream, and everybody in the camera's angle was covered in blood, giving you the insinuation or hint that the third member had either had his face ripped off, his head crushed, or was flat out eaten by Matanza. The character was literally killed and never appeared on Lucha Underground television again. Fast forward to yesterday's debut of Lucha Underground. At the very end of the show, Dario Cueto, who has now been ousted because someone else has taken over, now has Matanza hidden somewhere. His cohort finds three men on the road looking for a wrestling fight club. They're brought to him, pay him $20 each, really, not $20, $20 each to get in. He tells them they're fighting tonight. The show ends with the door closing and them screaming. Either they're being flat out killed or they're being badly hurt. Never in wrestling has a character flat out killed people in storyline. Nothing beats that, folks. Absolutely nothing. Now, this has been another episode of Trending Worldwide, with contributions by Josh, Michaels, and many others. If you like what you see, remember to subscribe below, hit the like button below, or comment below. Let us know you like the videos and we will continue to make them. This has been another episode of Trending Worldwide.